tell me, what do you see or feel in this space?
Um, I feel like I'm outside watching my mom, and she's watching me. She's working in a field like thing. She's picking plants, and I'm playing with stuff.
And can you see yourself?
Yeah, I'm a little kid. I'm sitting on a platform, it looks like.
And what do you look like? Do you have anything in your hands?
It's a toy. I can't tell what it is. I have creamy skin.
And what are you wearing?
I feel like they're robes. I have a diaper on.
Can you
Yeah.
feel how old you are? You small child.
I feel like I'm a baby because I don't feel like I could walk yet. But my mother has a pack on her back, but she had it on, but now it's not on her. I don't know. I feel like there's a kid in there, but
Maybe you were
I,
in it and she sat
yeah,
you down.
yeah. And yeah, she's tired and I'm ticked because I want to ride on her back. She's like smiling at me and I'm throwing a fit about it. It's okay. Yeah, I'm not happy about it.
And can you tell what is your mom picking?
I feel like that's rice because when I
Mhm.
opened up, I saw rice patties.
All right. And does anything else stand out to you on this day? Is there other people around or is it just the two of you?
My father's coming out of a sliding door and he picks me up, calls, so I'm a boy. He was saying I was screaming. He calls me young man or something like to that effect. I have a lot of power to my voice, and he's commenting about that. And
Mhm.
I see him throw me on his back, and he's running around with me, trying to cheer me up.
So is it these rice patties, are they located at your home?
Yeah, I feel like my house is right by them. I don't know if it's a metaphor, if they literally are growing right outside of my home, but I feel like they're everywhere.
Hmm.
And
Okay. Can we visit your home and see what it looks like?
it's like a hut looking thing. It's on, I see a lot of bamboo, like really thick bamboo. And
Like surrounding it, or is it made of bamboo?
I feel like it's on stilts kind of thing, but it's also, there's smaller pieces up for walls. And I see holes for windows and stuff. There's a
Hmm.
lot of sliding doors. It's really open though. I feel like it's really open.
And is there multiple bedrooms, or is it just like an open space with everyone living in the same space?
I feel like there's rooms. There's a big room where we all hang out. I see a big window that we look out when we eat. Um, I can't really see the view, but I could see that I see people meditating in prayer in there too. It's very sacred, or
Hmm.
we worship our gods there, I guess. I don't know. I just
Hmm.
see like meditation happening. My father meditates a lot.
Is it as important in your culture? The spirituality is important in your culture.
Yes, I see the word yes. They teach me about that. Like they have me meditate since I'm small until I'm big. They
Hmm.
teach me the importance of that.
I see. Do you have running water or power in your home?
I see the word no.
All
My
right.
mom has a thing on her back that collects water. That's how we
Mhm.
have water. She carries it, one of those two bucket thingies, that with the stick and you hold them both over your shoulder. I see her carrying water.
Where does she have to go to collect it?
I just see her going down a hill.
Mm.
It's close. There's a well right by us that we share with other people.
So let's sit down at a meal and see what is it that you guys eat for an average meal.
I see a lot of rice and I see vegetables and fish. I see my dad with a horse. Sometimes he brings back really good meat, but in his travels and stuff, but we mainly just eat what's nearby. I see lambs and or goats and stuff like that too.
And does it feel like you're an only child, or do you have any siblings?
I have a little sister and I
Okay.
want to say there's a brother. I feel like there's children. I can't tell, but I feel like I have brothers and sisters. I'm being told there's a little sister. There's also a little brother, but I don't feel like I know him very well. So I want to say maybe he came really late or something. I don't know.
And does anything else stand out to you in this setting?
I feel like it's an interesting setting. I feel like I like the colors. There's a lot of cool. There's a tree right by my house, and I see myself with this tree a lot. I see myself always stewing about something. I feel like my parents teach me a lot about meditation because I'm an angry child. I'm
Mm,
always kicking stuff or like I get really frustrated easily about something. I throw a fit a lot because I have a lot of emotions in me that I don't, I always, it comes out in anger. I see like a cloud over my head, like I'm really frustrated all the time. And
mhm,
they teach me about meditation to try to help me through that. And I see me by this tree a lot. I'm sitting in meditation with this tree. I feel like this tree understands me and like hears me. Sometimes when I sit in it, I almost feel like it's holding me. Like I have a special relationship with this tree.
beautiful. So let's visit your job or occupation or what you spend your time doing in this life.
I see a fighting. I've always wanted to be a samurai warrior because I feel like I live in Japan, but I feel like
Mhm.
I've always wanted to be a warrior.
So is the samurai warrior, is that something that you train to do? Is that a job or is that like a hobby?
I feel like I want to go and do that, but my father won't let me. He wants me
Um,
to stay and work. There's a girl in the village that he wants me to focus on, but I don't want to get married. I don't want to fight. I feel like in this culture, I feel like like my father knows what I came from, and I feel like he could see that there's something in my heart that because we believe in reincarnation,
mhm,
and I feel like he could see there's a trauma that I just came from, and he knows that I'm very angry about it. And I
mhm.
feel like he's trying to get me to like find peace within it, and I don't want to. I want to go fight. I feel like he can see something that I can't, but he's not. It's like a force beyond me. Like I see myself, it's at night, and I left. I see myself taking the horse and I go to wherever they are. I feel like I just go. But yeah, I don't come back either.
So do you know you never see your family again?
I don't know yet about that, but I don't
Mm.
like for the time being, like I go and I make it, kind of thing. Like I get out of there and I just go.
Oh, I see. So let's go ahead and move to your first important day that you'd like to visit of relevance in this incarnation.
I don't know. I feel like I'm in a uniform. I feel like I'm in charge of people, but not completely in charge. I'm a leader of something,
Can you
and
see your uniform?
it's like an Asian warrior kind of thing. I really don't know how to explain it. I am wearing what they normally wear, but I feel like we're in a crowd and somebody's speaking and I'm trying to get closer. There's someone talking about something and we're all cheering. I feel like there's a battle that's about to take place. Yeah,
If
I
you look
just,
around, do you see any flags or anything that would identify who you're fighting with or where you might be located?
well, I immediately feel like I'm in Japan.
Okay.
I feel like that's where I'm fighting.
And can you feel who you might be fighting against?
I don't know, but I feel myself getting on a boat. I feel like we're going somewhere. I see myself yeah, I'm like really excited. Like I'm ready. The seas are rough, but it doesn't faze me. I don't really see a whole lot. I just feel like I just go on a boat. We go towards the mainland, like
Mm,
the big one.
like Asia?
Yeah.
All right. And does anything else stand out in this situation before we move on?
No, I'm just seeing us. We get to the shore and I'm fighting through people.
Is there people waiting on the shore for when you get there? Is the fighting start immediately?
That's what I see. Yeah, I see getting off the boat and then immediately swinging my sword. And yeah, I'm immediately like, just, yeah, just a lot of fighting. And then I see a set of a fortress, like a wall or something, trying to get
Can you
in. I
can
see
you
it's
feel
raining a lot too.
can you feel where you landed, where you would be fighting at on the mainland?
I don't know. I just feel like it's China. You know what I mean? I don't really know what countries are
Mm-hmm.
there at that time, but I feel like we're trying to. I saw a fight the Mongols, but I don't know if they're on the coast.
Mm.
I don't
Okay.
know who's along the coast, but I feel like we have a lot of beef with Mongolia. But yeah, even that, I don't know.
Okay, so let's move to another important day in this incarnation.
I feel like there's a woman that I'm in love with. I feel like we're married, but I see war around us. Like I feel like I'm really married to the battle.
Do you have a partner in that life?
I mean, I kind of feel like I do, but I'm just every time I try to look at her, I get surrounded all these soldiers and everything just bleeds into it and takes over everything. So it's like I feel
Maybe
like
you weren't
maybe
fully there for her.
yeah, like I don't feel like maybe I was completely invested in it or I kept her at a arm's distance because I was too I just all I wanted to do was just fight. I wanted to learn how to fight and I wanted to be a fierce warrior. I wanted to fight.
So, did you live through this war with China, this
I
battle
s-
that you came on the shore?
yeah, I see the word yes.
Okay.
I
Did you
see
go back to Japan or what happened after that?
I just see a lot of like taking over fortresses and stuff. I see a lot of
Like in China or in other countries?
yeah, another country. I don't feel like I'm in Japan. I feel like yeah, I just see a lot of fortresses and like battle and people fighting. That's
Okay.
like all I thought about, or it's all I cared about. I don't know. I just,
That was your main focus in that lifetime.
yeah, like I'm being brought back to that tree, and I feel like I'm there as a young man and I'm trying to communicate, but my brain always goes to the battle. I feel like that's what my purpose is, and that's what I'm being called to do. So that's why I'm always, so yeah, I do come back. But when I try to live a happy life, I feel like I can't because I'm being called to battle.
Like intuitively.
Yeah, because I see myself at that tree trying to meditate and I keep seeing the battle, so I would assume that I was being called to it, like I have to go. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like that's what was really going on. I feel like I was just not dealing with something, but I
Mm-hmm.
misunderstood it as, and so I was constantly, yeah, I was constantly going. Like I feel like, yeah, my family is always angry at me, trying to get me to stay. Like they tell me I need to stay and but I don't know, I won't listen to them.
And did you suffer a lot of trauma from the battles, or is it more from things that you did or from making your family sad?
Yeah, see,
Where does the trauma,
yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the trauma lies because a lot of it's just blocked out.
did you have a lot of horrific
I,
things
s-
happen in battle?
yeah, I see a lot of, I violently killed people. Like I was very violent about it. I cut people's heads off. I ripped out their insides.
Did you have remorse for that later on, or was that something that,
In the moment, I did not. I can see myself on some situations rubbing their blood on my face as they're dying. Like I got really dark with the killing.
hmm
Even in my training, I took my training very seriously. I even took it too far in training. I want to say I hurt one of my instructors. Like I felt bad about it. You know, I wasn't always all violence kind of thing. I was actually very kind and funny and whatnot, but in this on the inside, it was just all violence. All I wanted was violence. I just wanted to, I
express it and let it
yeah.
out?
I didn't necessarily want to hurt people. I felt like battle was the safest place to hurt people because we're all there for the same reason.
hmm And there's a purpose of defending yourself that justifies it,
Yeah, definitely. I see like people I care about in battle getting hurt, and that kind of spurs me on even more.
like avenging their death or their pain.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, because like I'll immediately kill the people who killed them kind of thing.
hmm
But every time I go home, like I bring more of it back with me. In fact, I want to say I've hit my wife a couple times and I
mm
feel ashamed by it. And so I'll leave.
The
Uh,
violence just kind of comes really deeply embedded in you.
Yeah,
And you probably bring the trauma of war home as well.
yeah. Because the more I'm with like I try to, like I'm trying to heal and I see myself cutting that tree down out of anger and frustration. And I'm trying to see why, because I loved that tree so much. And I feel
Were
like
you like self-sabotaging?
I think so, yeah. Like I feel like the tree really was communicating with me and trying to help me, and I wasn't facing anything. And so I thought like because I kept having dark thoughts and like my trauma was surfacing and I thought
Hmm.
it was the tree. So I thought if I cut the tree down it would make it go away. Then obviously when I was lucid again, I saw what I had done and yeah, it was I feel like I left a lot. I'd always run away and yeah, like my family was kind of gave up on trying to help me. They kind of just avoided me.
So did you continue to fight through your entire life, or did you retire and come back?
I feel like I was done with the military. They were done with me, kind of thing. I don't really know how
Did
that ended.
Okay, so let's go ahead and visit the last day of that lifetime.
I do see myself as an old man. I'm on my patio kind of thing. I feel like I live in the house that I grew up in because I'm looking at that tree or what used to be that tree. And I actually feel sad this time because every emotion that I have is just anger, it feels like.
Hmm.
But that time I felt sad and I see myself crying. I'm kind of like looking over my life, just like I feel like I kind of wasted it in anger. But I just kind of feel like I just kind of get tired and just fall asleep. But I feel like I'm an old man. I just kind of just died, you know.
And does it feel like you're alone, or is there anyone with you?
My daughter's in the house and her children are there. Or is she my granddaughter? I don't know. But there's a younger woman and she sees me. She realizes that I'm dead and she gives me a hug. Yeah. I can see myself though this time. I can see myself out of my body and I feel happy and I kind of, look over my house and the children and everybody and just I feel happy, but I go again, I just kind of go into the light or whatever.
So let's follow the soul into the spirit realm and sit down at the table with your council of elders for a life review. See if we can get some more perspective on this lifetime we came from. Do you see or feel your council of elders?
Yeah.
Perfect. Can they help you understand what was the purpose or mission in that lifetime?
I feel like the purpose was to transmute all of that pain and anger into something like peacefully transmuted. I was very headstrong going into that life. It was very important to me to learn how to fight for myself. Um, I didn't want peace and tranquility kind of thing. It was like I was being advised, like I was sent there to learn peace, but I wanted to go somewhere where I could be violent. So it was like a compromise. Yeah, it was kind of a situation where I got to choose, I had my free will, but I was being shown how to be peaceful and find tranquility, which I was trying, but I wasn't understanding how your trauma comes up. It was something else. It wasn't trauma surfacing. I thought it was what I was instructed to do. So it was like I was being taught how to be peaceful and tranquil and find the answers, just all that kind of stuff.
So, is there anything that they think that you should have done differently or that you think you should have done differently?
I should have left everything on the battlefield. I have regrets of striking my family because I feel like I was very violent to everybody in my family. Not like
Mm-hmm.
very, but like I yelled a lot, but I have raised a hand to everyone in my family. I've hit my dad and my mom and my kids and my wife before. It wasn't like I was beating them, but every time I did, I left in shame and it was like not running from it, like facing your shame and facing it will help
Mm-hmm.
heal it kind of thing, but I didn't know how to do that. I
Mm-hmm.
felt too much shame.
So, does the trauma from that life come more from the shame of that rather than the battle, or is it a combination?
I think it was hurting people, physically hurting people that I loved and that loved me and trusted me. That's what really hurt me is that that I can come from what I came from and turn around and do that. I don't know. I feel like I've kind of numbed to the violence of battle because that's not my first life doing that. I choose lives like that when I need to work something out. But I chose that violence, but I also chose the tranquil culture and environment to try to initiate a healing process.
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't quite work out for me
Right.
because I brought it back with me. I already know how to fight and I know how to be a warrior. I feel like I came back to remind myself that I know how to do this, that I'm not
So,
weak and powerless, that nobody can have power over me unless I allowed it. That's basically, the only way anybody has power over me is if I allow it to happen. Because I am powerful. See, I am a fierce warrior. See, you do know how to do this. You're just allowing people to have power over you. Only in this life, there is no way I was going to let someone have any power over me and tell me what to do. So either I lashed out or I ran every time I felt like someone was trying to have power over me. Because it's like this time I'm going to get away and you're not going to get me.
mm-hmm.
And I did. I was an escape artist in that life. I did a lot of nobody really could pin me down or hold me down or hold me to one place. I don't know how I was able to move in and out of my military stuff. I don't know what the requirements are back then. If you have to serve a certain amount of time or if you can come and go, but I feel like I keep coming and going. Like nobody can keep me in one space for long. Like I can't stay stuck.
Mm-hmm. So, do you still carry trauma from that incarnation into this current incarnation?
Yeah, what I did to the people I love, and I can see myself on the outside, and it really it's more of an epic disappointment in myself for doing to others what was done to me, putting fear in somebody,
Mm-hmm.
pain, causing them pain, and a lack
Mm-hmm.
of trust. I don't like being physically abusive to people because
What's the best method or the best way to help heal from this trauma? Is it something that we could go to your healing space and heal, or do you need to do like a healing ceremony?
I hear a healing ceremony is necessary.
Okay.
My father in that life wants me to come with him, and he wants to show me properly how to release the anger. He
Okay.
wants me to write a letter, and he just wants me to sit with him. He says, I'll do the rest. He says, you just come to me. He's preparing a space for me. And he said, yeah, he wants me to come to him in meditation and to bring something to write with. And I'll read it out loud and I'll burn it kind of thing. But
Okay.